Hi guys, I am live and I already popped out the chat, so no awkward intro today. So let me just wait for some people to get here. I'm like really proud of myself that I actually popped out the chat and I'm just waiting now. This is like kind of random. Hey Heather. Welcome to my live stream. I have not done a live stream in so long, so I'm excited to be here because I haven't done a live stream in so long, and let alone I haven't really been posting that many videos. I'm so sorry. That's really not my intention, and I'm gonna get into that first, kind of like give you guys a background. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's real life, so I'm gonna just tell you guys kind of like a bit. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk a little. Maybe for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, I don't know. And then I will jump into my what sold, which really isn't that many, but it's pretty strong, I felt like. And on the weekends, my sales take a dramatic dip, and that's because Saturday and Sunday, I do not list at all. I list all throughout the week, but then Saturday and Sunday, I don't list. So my sales during the week are a lot better compared to my weekend sales, and that's perfectly fine with me. I work very hard on the weekdays, so I don't really want to, I'm very busy on the weekends, and I really don't want to be listing, and like sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't, and it just is what it is. So with that being said though, I did have some pretty good sales, and I did haul some really good stuff last week, and I filmed a vlog, but then I just never got around to posting it. And then I felt awkward that like so much time had gone by, and I didn't want to post it. So I didn't post it. And then I just like prolonged making videos, and then now I'm here. So yeah. Okay. Jessica, hi Steph. Did you happen to go to the Posh party in Fort Lauderdale? I had every intention of going. But then unfortunately we had, some family stuff come up and I was not able to go. But I did have every intention of going, and I was really excited. And up until like that morning, I thought I was going to be going, but then some stuff came up and unfortunately I just wasn't able to go. But next one, I will for sure try to be there. Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So basically, so I live in South Florida, as a lot of you guys know. And on February 14th, something extremely tragic happened in South Florida to the South Florida community in Parkland, which I'm sure everybody has heard about it. And it has really gained national headlines. And I'm talking about the high school shooting at Stoneman Douglas. And that is about 15 minutes away from where I live. So it's extremely close to where I live. It's a beautiful area. Parkland is probably one of the best areas in South Florida. Hands down, it's one of the nicest areas, like the nicest suburbs. And unfortunately, something extremely tragic happened, and so many innocent people lost their lives. And one of the victims was a very good friend of my aunt's daughter. So my aunt's, one of the victims' moms is very good friends with my aunt. And so that was just extremely devastating to know that somebody that my aunt was very close with was directly affected by the tragedy. And it was very hard to know that, you know, we had a connection with one of the victims, and it was just very devastating for my aunt especially. And you guys know I'm so close with my aunt. She comes over a few times a week, and it was really hard for my aunt. And hearing everything my aunt would tell me, and you know, she went to the services, all the services for the poor innocent girl that tragically lost her life. And you know, I just didn't want to be on camera. It was just so devastating what happened there. And having my aunt tell me, you know, because she comes over like 3 times a week. So she would come over, and, you know, I just didn't want to be filming. I was with her a lot of those nights, and I didn't want to be filming. And so I did take some time off because of that. I'm a very nervous person. And when that happened, I was like, I don't want to go out. Like, this is so scary. And I feel like lots of bad stuff happens everywhere and everything is so sad and devastating. But when it happens so close to where you live, it's, for me, it was just so scary because, you know, that's an area that I'm in frequently. And it was just very scary to me. And I didn't want to go out. And, you know, so anyway, I just didn't want to film. And it's just so tragic. I don't really have the words. I don't really know what to say because there's nothing I really can say other than it's just horrific. And my heart was like literally broken for the family that, you know, we knew, and for everyone else that was affected. Just absolutely devastating. And also to have like my brother, that he's in high school, and, you know, he knew people in that school, and that's a school that he plays lacrosse a lot with. And, you know, it was so scary because literally, like, they're babies, some of the victims. Like, you see some of the images, and like, they're my brother's age. And that to me was so difficult. So after that, that Thursday and Friday after it happened, my brother didn't want to go to school. He was scared, as were a lot of other kids, probably all over the country, but in South Florida, lots of kids were scared. And it was just so disturbing to me to see how somebody got arrested in my brother's school for sending a threat that they were going to, be doing an attack in the school. And it happened in so many South Florida schools that kids were literally scared to go to school. My cousins didn't go to school. My brother didn't go to school. And so that Thursday and Friday, there was no school. And then that Monday, there was no school because it was President's Day. Was it President's Day? Yeah. And then Tuesday, my brother's school also didn't have school for something else. So he had like a nice little time off, but he was scared. He was nervous. And I was scared for him to go to school. And so I hung out with him those days. We went to lunch. You know, I was with him those 2 days because my mom is in tax season. And so I was with him. And I just really didn't feel like posting a video. Then after that, that awful tragedy that I don't really know what to say other than there is change happening in Florida, and that's very good. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But just so tragic. So make sure you guys keep those families in your prayers and thoughts, because I can't even imagine what they are going through. And it's just devastating. But so after that happened, my uncle, you guys know, I'm really close with my uncle also. These are my mom's siblings. So I'm very close with my mom's sister and my mom's brother. My mom's sister lives 10 minutes away from me. And her daughter works with me. Like, she takes all my pictures and stuff for eBay. And my uncle, he lives kind of far, but not really far, like 45 minutes from me, but I still see him like once a week, and we're very close. I'm very close with his family. His stepdaughter is my cousin, and I'm extremely close with her. She's my age. She's like a year younger than me, but I'm very close with her. And so my aunt, his wife, her father passed away. And that was also really sad and very hard because I've known them since I was 2 years old. So they are basically my family, even though it's my aunt's, his wife's family. It was, you know, we see them all the time. I mean, it's my family too. So that was also really hard dealing with the services of that. And it was kind of sudden. The way he passed away is very sad, very sad. And so I was, you know, with that. And then my cousin, my poor cousin, she's having a baby, which is so exciting, but he passed away, and her baby shower was this past Saturday. And obviously they weren't going to cancel the baby shower. He would have never wanted that. Her grandpa would have never in a million years wanted that, because if there's anything he loved, was a good party. So she still had her baby shower, and I helped her with everything. So I was there every single night, helping her with everything. Since Wednesday, I was going every night. And the baby shower came out amazing. If you guys follow me on my personal Instagram, which is Steph Andreo. You guys would have seen pictures that I posted in like my Instagram story. The baby shower was absolutely amazing, and she had a great time, even though it was very difficult. It was difficult for my aunt and her mom, and it was very difficult. They still had a great time, and I'm so happy I was able to be a part of it and make it as beautiful as it was, because it really was just, it looked like a fairy tale, and it was beautiful, and we had a great time. So that was nice. But yeah, so lots going on, and just stuff that hasn't really made me want to be in front of a camera and be all happy, because, you know, like there's lots of sad stuff that was happening, and I just didn't want to be on a camera. So I wasn't on a camera, and now I'm back. And yeah, it's just so crazy. I feel like death is so final, and it's just so sad, you know, that you'll never get to talk to that person again. And if you have strong faith, then you know that you will eventually see them again. But it's just so sad. And it's scary to me. So not to get too deep or anything like that, because that's not what my YouTube is about. But it was just really sad, especially hearing the stuff from my aunt about some of the victims, and like going beyond what you see in the news. It was just really sad. And I don't like thinking about it because it makes me very upset. But, you know, just make sure you guys keep those families and the students and the teachers continuously in your prayers, because they really need it. They really need it. And like I said, Parkland is, I think it was like voted one of the safest neighborhoods like in America. Like, it is such a nice area. And it's just crazy, like, to see that happen, that anything can happen anywhere. And I'm like, I'm a person that gets very bad anxiety about things that can happen in public. Like, I'm a very scared person. And I get scared for other people that I love. And like, all three of my aunts are teachers. They're teachers. And then my mother-in-law is also a teacher. So like, I get very anxious, like, you know, it's just so scary. And my brother is in high school, and it's just scary. I don't want to talk about it anymore, but just make sure you guys are keeping them all in your prayers and thoughts, because they really need it. And just like everywhere else, like just the world needs prayers and thoughts. But like the high schoolers have been saying, prayers and thoughts are not enough. And this is a really powerful generation, and they're getting things done. So that's awesome. That's awesome to see such young people going out and like trying to change the laws and trying to change the country, basically. So that's been kind of cool to see. If you guys haven't been following up on that, which it's national headlines, you know, some of the students from the high school are going out there and making things happen, which to me is incredible. And they're going to get things done. So cheers to them. But yeah, so anyway, without that being said, oh, and then my afternoons have been like so busy because my brother, I'm going to brag about this. I'm going to brag about this because you guys know I adore my little brother. Like, I adore both my little brothers, but like my little brother, adore him. So he's a freshman in high school, and he's on the varsity lacrosse team. But you know, a freshman on a varsity sports team, you don't really see the field much. You ride the bench a lot. I mean, it is what it is. When you're on the varsity team, you kind of just are sucking it up. So hopefully you can play next year. Well, so I went to my brother's game because my mom couldn't go. This was like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago. The season just started. He's been practicing, working his butt off. The coach really likes him, but he's a freshman, you guys. Like, it's rare that a freshman will like start on a varsity team. So I went to the game, and the first few games, you know, he hadn't really played. But, you know, we're still there cheering it on. He'd go in the last quarter. Okay, fine, whatever. So this, a week and a half ago, it was like the third game of the season, the coach finally puts him in. I don't know what happened, but the kid had to go out that he usually gets his spot. So I'm the only person there. My parents are not there. My mom was like coming, but she was going to get there in the second half. I'm the only person there because, like, you know, obviously someone needs to be there for him. So they were like, can you go to the game? And I was like, absolutely. And his games, of course, are like at 4 o'clock, super awkward hours. So I was like, yeah, of course. So I go, I'm watching. I have like my umbrella, my little red umbrella, because it's really sunny. And you guys, my brother, they put him in. As soon as he goes in, he scores. Like, he literally scores. And I was like, is that my brother? Like, I can't really see that well. And I was like, is that number 6? I was like, that's my brother. I was like, yeah. So I start going crazy. Like a few minutes after that, he scores again. They ended up winning the game. He scored 3 times in that game, you guys. 3 times. I was just flabbergasted. I couldn't believe I was actually there. When I called my dad, I was like, Dad, Nick has scored twice. Like, and he was like, no way, no way. I was like, yes, Dad. Nick is like, seriously. So whatever. So the next game comes around. Of course, Eddie and I always go to his game. So we go and we're like, oh, maybe they'll put him in. He starts, you guys. My brother, the freshman, starting. He scored 4 points, you guys. 4 points. Four shots. He plays now the entire game at all his games. And he is like totally amazing. My other brother, lacrosse like runs in the family. My other brother has a scholarship in North Carolina and he plays lacrosse. So he's really good, my older brother. And my little brother, I guess, got the gene, but he's like doing so good. So every afternoon, like 3 times a week, I'm now at the field watching him play because it is so fun watching your brother, the freshman, making a bunch of goals. You know, it's just so fun. So we're having a ball with that. But anyway, let's jump in. Let's jump into what I'm saying. I just wanted to share that story. I don't really know why. But yeah, that has my afternoons busy. Now, I don't know if you guys want to see more Instagram selling stuff. Like, do you guys want to see Instagram selling? I don't know if that's what you guys like. That's really what I focus a lot of my time on, is selling on Instagram and sourcing to sell on Instagram and things like that. So I don't know if you guys want more videos on that. I just don't know what people want to see, you know? Like, I feel like I make the same videos, like hauls and what sold. And like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel so self-conscious sometimes when I'm vlogging. Like, you know, do people actually want to see this? I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? I don't know. Erin, thank you. The shower was the prettiest shower you've ever seen. Thank you so much. It was so beautiful. I love baby showers and bridal showers. Love all that. Hey, Claudia, Heather. I don't really use IG. Girl, you got to use IG. I feel like IG is so important for businesses. I feel like all social media is important for businesses, but Instagram is like key. So is Facebook kind of, but definitely Instagram. Hi, Quirky Girl. Hi, new sub here. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, so I don't really know like what you guys want to see. Like, should I do what sold on Instagram? Like, I don't know. I don't know. So difficult. So difficult to decide like what content to put out, because obviously like I want to put out content that like people want to see. And I don't know, do people like Instagram selling? Do you guys like vlogs? Like, I don't know. So I get self-conscious now. I don't know why. This did not happen to me in the beginning. Like when I was just starting out making YouTube videos, like last year around this time, like I didn't really care what I posted. And like it didn't matter to me. Like I was just going to post what I wanted. But I feel like a lot, like I'm constantly having to like monitor myself of what I say. Because I don't know what to do. So tell me. You guys tell me. But anyway, so I do have some what solds that I want to share with you guys. I did have some good sales over the weekend. So not many. It was definitely more like quality in numbers versus quantity, which I'm totally fine with because I rather do quantity over quality. I rather do quality over quantity. So let me see. Let me log in here on my desktop. Okay, you guys like my hauls. Leanne, you share with us what you feel is important. I feel like selling on Instagram or like selling on your own platform is ultimately super important when you have an e-commerce business. But like, I don't know, a lot of people just sell on eBay, which is perfectly fine. Like if you do well on eBay, but I think that selling on eBay is great and everything, but 10% is a hefty fee. Like 10% is a lot of money. Like it may not seem like a lot of money at first, but we all get hit with those fees at the end of the month and stuff. And it does come out to be a lot. And if you don't sell on eBay, if you sell on your own platform, there's no 10%. There's just like the PayPal or the Square fee or whatever processor you use. So I feel like that's why it's so important. So anyway, how about the whole process of IG? Example, the communication that takes place, the invoicing, etc., how fast it sells, what you do if it doesn't sell on IG. That's good. That's really good. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Uniquely me. Thank you. Screenshotting that. That's a good question. That's a good video idea. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people watch my videos to find just because of eBay selling, but I feel like that is not the Mecca. And I've always kind of said that, like, that's not, obviously it's a great starting point and stuff. And like selling used clothes is a great starting point. And I probably wouldn't sell previously owned clothes on my own platform just because I'm so busy with my 2 other businesses that I do sell on my own platform that it takes a lot of energy to do it. And I know that sounds really stupid, but it takes a lot of energy. I am drained, you guys. I start working like at 6 o'clock in the morning when Eddie leaves. I wake up, I pack his lunch, I pack, whatever I'm going to eat for lunch. I do stuff around the house during that time. And then by 8 o'clock, if the time just flies by, and by 8 o'clock, I'm already working on my phone or whatever I have to do. So it's a lot to have your own platform. And I don't think I could do it, have 3 like that. No, I don't think so. It would be too much. Uniquely me, how are your Poshmark sales? I haven't posted anything on Poshmark in the longest time. So not very good at all, actually. But I do see some people's Poshmark sales are like through the roof, doing amazing. So I don't know. I don't really know much about Poshmark. I don't know. I used to sell a lot on Poshmark, actually, but then it's just time is like the enemy when you have your own online business. I feel like when you're full-time and when you're part-time, like time is literally the enemy. Because you can buy more time. You can buy more time by having an employee. That's buying time. But I feel like I don't want to teach someone what I do. Because if I teach someone exactly what I do, besides my cousin that's taking the pictures and creating the listings and stuff, but if I start teaching somebody exactly what I do, like sourcing, stuff like that, like I'm just scared that somebody can do what I do on their own. Like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable right now. I don't feel comfortable teaching someone what I do. I don't mind teaching someone what I do in terms of like creating listings but like sourcing, never. Because like what's stopping them from just doing it on their own if you're teaching them how to source? Like some things need to be, on the DL. I've never sold on IG. I think I'm going to have to branch out. I would love to see how you do that. Right now, all I do is eBay. I think branching out is really, really smart. And I think it's important. I think it's really important because, like I said, that 10% eBay fee, that's a hefty, hefty fee. It's a lot of money. A lot. Like, let's say you do $5,000 in sales a month. 5,000 sales is great. The PayPal fee for that would be like what? What is 3% of that? What's 3% of 5,000? I don't know. I'm not about to do it though. No, I want to know. So I'm going to do it. Okay. 5,000, roughly 3%, $150. 3% is $150. So if you do 13%, let's say you do 5,000 in eBay, 13% of that, that's $650. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That can even be like maybe a car payment. Yeah, that's a car payment. More than a car payment. Car payment and insurance payment. Yeah. So, and that's not a rent payment. Well, maybe, depending on where you are. Not in South Florida, but that's a rent payment somewhere, I'm sure. I sold my first sale on the Real Dior men's jeans. I like the Real. I can't say 2 words like that at the same time. I like the Real. I just have some issues with them, like some issues of how they do things. Do you cross-post your items from eBay to Poshmark? I wish I did more. I used to, not anymore. Posh has been so for me. I see some people doing really well on Poshmark. I guess it's just like how much you work at something obviously is going to give you more. But I don't know. It's just really important to get that 10% fee out of the way. And the only way you're going to do that is by being on your own. And being on your own is really tough because you're responsible for bringing your own traffic, but it's worth it. It's like so worth it. So I can't like, didn't Casey just get suspended from, what was his video? I didn't have time to watch it. I really wanted to watch it, but I'll go back to it. Let me see. Let me see. I haven't watched this video. I'm going to put it up so I watch it as soon as I'm done here. Okay, so Casey just made a video. I haven't watched it. I don't know if anyone here has watched it, but it says suspended from eBay, not clickbait. So that's a good point. Like, that's a valid point. What if you get suspended from eBay? And like, what if you get suspended for doing something you didn't know was wrong? Kind of like what happened to Nasty Gal. I just saw the show on Netflix and I really liked it. I know a lot of people didn't like that show, but I really liked the Nasty Gal, the girl boss show on Netflix. I loved it. I don't know why people didn't like it. I don't know. I liked it. But okay, so wait, somebody says he got suspended for a Minecraft tee. He got a Vero. What's that? What's a Vero? So yeah, so what if you do get suspended from eBay? Like, what happens? What happens if you don't have your own platform? I don't know, like, what happens? He can sell, just can't list for 7 days. So he got like a minor suspension, because some people get suspended like indefinitely. I can never sell again on eBay. Like, what happens if that happens to you? I don't know. Obviously I know what I would do because I have my own platform, but like, what happens if you don't have your own platform? Like, what are you going to do? I don't know. That's a good question for you to answer yourself. And people don't like thinking about, you know, I'm sure people don't like thinking about what happens in like these awful situations in business, but like, you need to think about them. Like, there needs to be a contingency plan. So I think you guys should like ask yourself that, like, what am I going to do if I get suspended from eBay, or I can't sell on eBay anymore, or eBay just totally tanks and there's no, so these are all questions people should be asking themselves. And I feel like not enough people are asking themselves that. And I think that's a problem. It's like totally a problem. So yeah. Sarah, I loved Girl Boss too. Uniquely me, loved Girl Boss. I loved Girl Boss, the show. I thought it was a fantastic show. Leanne, if I got suspended, I'd be screwed. Yeah, so like, these are all questions, not that just that you need to ask yourself, because you can ask yourself, I ask myself all the questions in the world, but like, if you don't have a contingency plan or you don't have a plan, it's going to be too late to put that plan into action when it happens. You get what I mean? Like, you're not going to put into action, and you're going to be scrambling when something does happen. So anyway, that's something for you guys to think about. You can't list certain brands like Velcro or onesies. It's trademarked or whatever, and the companies watch out for people selling. You can't list onesies on eBay? So how would you list a onesie on eBay? Like, you can list a onesie. Onesie, wait, is onesie a brand, or onesie is like a word? I don't know. I don't really know much about onesies. Wow. This is very thought-provoking. Gonna have to figure it out. I tried listing on Mercury before, but had no bites. Leanne. Yeah, I think people really do need to think about these things. People really need to think about these things, because it's, you know, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's kind of like in a disaster. And like, my husband, you guys, my husband is like prepared. My husband is really prepared for different situations life could possibly throw. And I think he's crazy, but at the same time, I'm like, what if something does happen? Like, we need to have these plans in action. So it's kind of like the same thing with eBay. Like, there needs to be something in action. Like, you need to have a plan B, or already have your plan B working for you. Lola Cheeky, hi Steph, thank you and your mom for all the great information you provide. I love your professionalism. Love from Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'll pass that along to my mom. Like, for onesie, you have to say something like one piece or something. I didn't even know that. Wow. You can use words like hook and loop or one piece. Well, I didn't know that. See, I did not know that. But I don't really sell onesie. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. All right. So let's jump in. Let us jump in. Right? So let's jump in. It feels so good being on live. I have not done a live. When was the last time I did a live video? Probably like months ago, I feel like. When was the last time I did a live? I don't know, but I love doing lives. Okay, so let's jump in. Shall we? Okay, we shall. All right, so 2 of the items, this is a problem I'm having. 2 of the items I sold, I thought they were in my office, but I guess they're in my garage and I didn't really look for them that well, maybe, hopefully. I hope. We'll see. I'm going to go back to the garage when I'm done filming this. I just thought they were in here. But the first one, I'll just show you on my phone. I'll show you guys a picture of it. Let me show you a picture. Okay, this Hout Hippie dress. I've sold this quite a few times. This is a Hout Hippie. Hout Hippie. It's like just like a blue bodycon dress. Let me show you guys the tag, what it looks like. So this one was half off, and so it was $3.50. And this sold for $20 plus $3.75 shipping. It will definitely be like 8 ounces to ship because it's very lightweight material. So that was a pretty good sale. Everything I sold was over $20. Actually, whoa, everything I sold was $20 with the exception of one. Wow. Okay. Then this Victoria's Secret bra. This is probably TMI. So this Victoria's Secret bra, I did source it for myself when I was in Orlando, and I think it was like $6.99 or something. I don't really remember. Maybe it was $9.99. I don't know, but I sourced it for myself and I used it a few times. It's this one. It's like one of the Bombshell sports bras. I don't know, but I used it and I absolutely could not have hated it any more than I hated it. And so I sold it. I wore it a few times and I sold it. It was in really good condition. It was only worn a few times, but it sold for $20 plus $3.75 shipping. So there was profit made, but it was originally supposed to be for myself. So yeah, I ended up just selling it. Okay, the next item. I have my phone like on the little moon, and then I just opened it up to like look at the eBay, and now it's like when the stuff is coming in. Next is this Joual blouse. It's silk. Joual is a brand I really like to sell. It sells very well for me, and it's a size small, so it is a smaller size, and it's just like a silk blouse. It's navy. It's really cute. It's like a peasant style blouse. And that sold for $20 plus $3.75 shipping. I'll tell you guys right now with my handy dandy scale how much this weighs. And it weighs 2.5 pounds. No, sorry, 2.5 pounds, 2.5 ounces. Okay, 2.5 ounces, yeah. Oh, and an update on my realtor. So I passed like the school exam. I told you guys that, but then I went to take, I didn't study at all, and the state exam was really hard, and I literally did not study at all. I was like, oh, I passed the school exam with like a 93. I'll pass the state exam. It was hard. Have you ever taken a test that like all the answers look right? That's exactly how it was. And I failed. I could have almost passed. If I would have just gotten 10 more right, I would have passed, but I failed. So I need to study and take it again. But studying is really hard, actually, when you don't usually study. Okay, so this I did take like a little gamble on. I took a gamble on it and I was happy with it. I couldn't really find any comps for this on eBay, this little like bow wild fox thing. I couldn't find any comps. So it's wild fox and it's just like a pink t-shirt. There were no comps. And it sold for $20 plus $3.75 shipping. And it weighs 2.6 ounces. So super lightweight. Okay, and then the last item is this equipment blouse. I actually have now found this like maybe 3 times. I don't know. For sure twice I found this. Like for sure I found this twice. And it sold both times. So this is probably like the 3rd time I sell this, I think. But you guys know, equipment for me is literally bae. Like I love equipment. If I could just sell the brand equipment, I would sell the brand equipment. Like that's all I need to sell, and I'm happy. Thank you so much. And it's a small size. This brand sells really good small size. So equipment, and I love this brand. This is like one of my favorite personal brands that I wear, but this is like one of my favorite resale brands too. So it's like this gray, greenish gray blouse. So I just sourced this. The haul I'm going to show you guys now, this was from that haul. So it was literally listed for like a day, and I had so many watchers on it, and then I finally got an offer for $57.99. So I was like, hell yes. And this was $5. So I got a $57.99 offer. Of course, accepted it plus shipping. So shipping was $3.75. So yeah, that was exciting. They're the dogs. If you thought the dogs weren't gonna bark, they're gonna bark because they know I'm filming. And this weighs, how much does this weigh? This weighs 4 ounces. Nice. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the haul now. So all this stuff is already listed except for these 2 pieces because they didn't fit on the mannequin, so I have to get like a nice hanging shot of them. You know what I mean? Okay, so the first one is this Bowden dress. I love selling Bowden. This is a small size though. This is a size 2. So it is a small size, but it's really cute for spring and stuff. So this was $5. And like I said, I really like selling Bowden. Yeah. Okay. Then this Rebecca Minkoff. This isn't usually a brand I pick up because I've never seen it. So it's not like I did not pick it up purposely, but I've never seen it. I did pay a little more than I would have liked to pay for it. I paid $7 for it, whereas I paid $5 for the Bowden, but how pretty is this dress? Like, isn't this gorgeous? I love this dress. I may list this on Poshmark. I love this. I love it. It's so pretty. Really pretty. So I just need to get that photographed. Okay. So now let's start out over here. And all this is already listed. So I figured since this is already listed, just for like a day, everything, I actually did list on Saturday. I listed like a few things on Saturday. This stuff I listed Saturday. I'm going to tell you guys how many watchers that stuff has, right? That sounds fun. What's here? Let's see. Let me look at the chat. Always nice to sell something you bought for yourself that didn't work out. I know, and profit off of it, right? I just hated that bra. I don't really like Victoria's Secret's bras. But anyway, I'll still sell them. Nicole, the word onesie is trademarked. You have to say one piece or something. I had no idea. Wow. Okay. Took me 3 times to pass my real estate exam, Heather. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's probably going to take me about that. I'm just going to study. Now, I wanted to just like always take it once and like see how the exam was going to be, and it was hard as hell. It was actually really hard. And so now that way I can like know how to study. Does that make sense? Jessica, I live in Naples and I'm so overwhelmed with the amount of amazing thrifted items here. High-end too. You have to come and have lunch and thrift with me. Oh, Jessica, is that an invite? Because I'll go. I always take an invite. Oh, Eddie's calling. He always calls during my lives. Hello? Hey, babe, I'm live streaming. Yeah, you always call me when I'm live streaming. Oh, I forgot. I forgot that I called you. Okay, I'll call you when I'm done. Love you, bye. Okay. Yes, I will go, Jessica. I would love to go thrifting with you. Okay. Lola Chicky, going thrifting. We'll watch the replay. Have an awesome day. I hope you find a ton of stuff. Ruby, girl, let me tell you, I also passed my final for self-study with 90s for the leasing agent exam here in Chicago, but I've taken the damn state exam 3 times and I haven't passed yet. That's probably going to be me. I'm the person that, this is so embarrassing. I hate saying this. It's so embarrassing. I took the, what was it? The restricted, the permit, like before you get your driver's license, like the learner's permit. I took that 9 times, you guys. 9 times before I passed. Yeah, it's really embarrassing. It's not my fault. So what happened was my mom, because everyone knows that your parent helps you take it online, but my dad didn't let my mom help me. So I had to take it 3 times by myself online, and I failed. Actually, he let me, this is actually even worse. So I took it twice online with my mom, without my mom, and I failed both times. So then my mom's like, I'm going to help her. This is ridiculous. She needs to pass this. So my mom helped me take it the 3rd time, and we failed. So then I had to go to the place, and I kept failing and failing and failing and failing and failing. And finally, the last time I could take it before I would have to wait like 6 months, I finally passed. And that would have been horrible because then I was already like the youngest in my grade since my birthday's in August. Everyone was already driving way before me. And then I was going to have to wait another 6 months. And yeah, I know you should take the learner's permit test by yourself. I totally agree. But nobody takes it by themselves. Like none of my friends took it by themselves. And nobody I know now even takes it by themselves. So yeah, I should have taken it by myself, but I didn't. I did the first 2 times. And then I had to go to the center and take it. And it was really hard at the center. So anyway, yeah, I'm not a good test taker. That's my excuse for everything. That's what I used to tell my dad when I used to like do horrible on a test. I'd be like, I'm not a good test taker. And he would believe me. So uniquely me, I know, doesn't make it right. I know, but everyone does it. Uniquely me, so you do free shipping. Are you going to do free returns? I don't do free shipping. No, everything that I just listed had shipping. Like it was $20 plus the $3 shipping. So I never do free shipping. For returns, I do free returns. Like if I like overlook something and like let's say something was wrong with the item, then yeah, I'll do like the free return. But I don't do like free returns if you didn't like it. They have to pay to ship it back. But I do accept returns. They just have to pay to ship it back to me. All right, let's continue with the haul. I was really excited for this. This is 100% cashmere, and it was $4. I think this was supposed to be more, but they only charged me $4 because they couldn't see the little marker thing, but I'm pretty sure this should have been more. But anyway, it's Eileen Fisher, and it's a sleeveless cardigan. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see, but it's a sleeveless cardigan that is 100% cashmere. Yeah, 100% cashmere. So this is a great piece, and let's talk about how many watchers it has already, if any at all. It has 1 watcher on it already. Pretty good. eBay is making us do free returns. Have you heard about that? No, I haven't heard about that. I thought free returns was a choice. I didn't know they were making us. I thought it was a choice. I don't know. I have to look into that then. Sarah, you take your learner's permit. Yeah, everyone here has 3 opportunities to take it online. So you can take it online. And then if you fail, like I did, then you have to go to the place, which nobody, like I remember going to the place, they knew me. They were like, girl, can you just pass this test? It was so embarrassing. Like the lady was so excited for me when I passed. She started literally cheering. Like a group of them started cheering for me that worked at the DMV. It's really embarrassing. Free returns is a choice. Yes, it is, but I don't have top rated plus status. I don't really think the benefit, it just doesn't have a benefit for me in terms of like what I have to do to be top rated plus. So I don't have top rated plus status anyway. So that doesn't affect me. With the new updates, you have to do I don't, like I said, I don't have top rated. It is, but we will have to see where our items place if we don't choose it. Yeah, so that doesn't really affect me. So I'm not top rated plus anyway. So okay. All right. Okay. Let's move on. All right, so then I have this Sandro tee, and this is like a little floral short sleeve. It kind of is a crop top. I don't really know if it's a crop top though. But Sandro is one of a brand that I really like to sell. So here it is. Really cute. Sandro sells very well for me. I actually just sold a Sandro dress like a few days ago, I think for like $60 plus shipping. So that was a nice sale. And I have one watcher on that shirt. One watcher. Okay, next is this absolutely stunning. Isn't this gorgeous, you guys? This is so beautiful. It is just really pretty. I love it. I really love it. This is so pretty. It's this blouse. I was so excited when I found this because I knew it was going to be something good. I originally thought it was going to be like DVF or Joie. Like, I did not think it was going to be the brand that it was, but I was pretty excited when I saw that it was. And it's Tibby. Tibby also sells very well for me. I don't find it all that often, but it sells super well for me when I do find it. And I just listed it. Let me see if it has any watchers yet. Nope, no watchers yet. That's surprising. Okay, another Joie shirt, which is so cute. This is just like a black one, 100% silk. It has like the little elastic bottom. This is really pretty. I like it a lot. And this one I know has watchers because I saw it the other, like last night I saw that it did. This one, I don't know why. Like this one is pretty crazy. I just listed it, you guys. There's 27 days left on it. It has 5 watchers already. I don't know why. My Joie never gets that many watchers. Maybe like 1 or 2, but 5 watchers in the matter of 2 days? I don't know. I don't know, but it's really pretty. I don't know. It's just a black silk top. Like, I don't know what makes this one so special. I've had some really nice Joie pieces that like hasn't had that many watchers. So I really don't know why that one does. Okay, this equipment one doesn't have any watchers yet, but I'm sure it will soon. This equipment top, it's really pretty. Equipment, one of my favorite brands to sell. And I think these are butterflies. Does it look like these are butterflies? Does it? Right? They're butterflies, I think. I think this is a butterfly shirt. So no watchers on that yet. Holding Horses, one of my favorites. No watchers on this yet, but it's like a plaid shirt. I've sold this continuously. Like continuously I've sold this. And like in different patterns, but like this same Holding Horses top, just in different colors. I always sell these for like $30 and it was $6. And the last item, so it was a small haul, but a strong haul. This was $3.50, so this was half off. It wasn't $7, but these shirts always sell really well for me. I just listed it. And this one has 2 watchers already, and it's Eileen Fisher. So there we go. Here it is. I think I actually have a question I need to answer about that one. Watchers sometimes get my hopes down and then let me down. Sad face. Yeah, sometimes, but that equipment shirt, the gray one I just showed you guys, that sold, and I listed that with all this stuff, so it sold like in a day. That one had like 2 watchers, and so I'm guessing one of those watchers, I don't know, maybe not, I don't really know, but yeah, watchers get my hopes up too, and then sometimes I do get let down, but I like having watchers. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just like having watchers. I think I have a question about that Eileen Fisher, so maybe that will sell. All right, that's all I have hauled. That's all. Does anybody have any questions before I jump off and get shipping done? Thelma Thrift, hey, enjoy your videos very much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Does anybody have any questions before I hop off? I have a lot of shipping I gotta get done, some IG sales and stuff like that, and then I have work to do, which I don't really feel like working, but I have to work. I feel like I don't know what I feel like doing today, but not working. It's a really pretty day. It is an absolutely gorgeous day here in South Florida, like 75, not a cloud in the sky. That to me is like the epitome of South Florida weather is 75 with no cloud in the sky. Perfect. So it's like a really pretty day. Like I just want to sit by the pool. Leanne, thanks so much for coming. You always, thank you so much, Leanne. I really appreciate you continuing to support. I really appreciate that. Miss ABB, thanks, Steph. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys all for coming. Are you going to Austin this summer for the Green Room meetup in June? No, I wasn't. I've never heard of it. No, what is that? I feel like I'm like very, I don't really have, I have a lot, I do have good friends in the reseller community that I don't really talk about who I'm friends with and stuff like that because I just don't, who I'm friends with in the reseller community. And I do have quite a few friends in the community, but not that many compared to a lot of others. But no, I don't know what the Austin Green Room meetup is. I want to go. I really appreciate sharing the brands. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, guys. So actually, isn't there a reseller meetup or a reseller convention this weekend? I don't see. I don't know. I don't know. I think there is though. Oh yeah, the weather is just amazing. This past weekend, like this whole weekend, it was amazing. Like that's what I deal with all day long. With Rackin and Bonafide Hustler. No, I'll have to check it out, but no. Maybe I'll go. I don't know. Austin, Texas. I love Texas. Love me some Texas. I love Dallas. Maybe that will be a good excuse to go. What weekend is it? Because Eddie's birthday is June 23rd. So maybe we can make like a birthday trip out of it. Leanne, I was excited to not have to scrape the windows this morning. Ooh, can't say I know how you feel on that. But it was really hot. Last week, it was really hot. We had some days that were in the 90s. Yeah. Did you buy these items at the same store? No, this was all the same store. This was like it took me like 30 minutes or 40 minutes to source this. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I probably won't go, so I'm not going to say I'm going to go, but I probably won't go. But it would sound fun. I love Texas, so I wish I could go. All right, guys, so I'm going to hop off. I have a lot of work to get done. I promise I will try my very best to post more videos because I really enjoy making videos for YouTube. So I promise I will try to post as much as I can this week. I don't know how much that will be, but I will try my very best to post a few videos. So I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye guys.